ああ、失礼します。ああ、らら。まあ話したんだとか言ってたら死んでるんだろうなとは思ったけど。わあ、すごい。でも入りはなってないね。はーん。現場を調べろ。強制的にこっちになったか。儀式用のナイフが胸に刺さったまま祭壇室に寝かされた若い男性。これがファビオだ。これって言い方よな。さて、こっちに調べるものたくさん。まあ、死体から調べるか。失礼します。これは何 ?K。これで、入れ墨で後を隠してる。なるほど、なるほど。よいしょ。これは
The dagger is heavy and sharp, but lacks balance.
なんか頭についてるけど。
This golden handle has a blood stain on it.
腹になんか書いてある。
This worm-like sigil has been drawn with his own blood.
はいはい。これは
The wound is deep. A precise strike reached the heart.
なるほど。なんか傷あるな。
A blunt-force trauma may have suffered an internal hemorrhage.
なるほど。これはやったか。ここだ。手握りしめてる。
The victim has clenched the fabric so firmly in his fist that it's nigh impossible to remove it.
なるほどなるほど。
He died right here.
布の下を知りたいけど、握りし痛いことを動かせばなんとか。これはこれ何もないの？これもともとあったのかな？てか。
The herbs here are Salvia divinorum. They have a slight hallucinogenic effect to emphasize the ceremony.
なるほど。
This elaborate box must be for the ritual dagger. This oil has a slight aroma of flowers and olive. The ointment smells mouse-like. I presume it is an aphrodisiac prepared from a Spanish fly.
はいはい。ここはこのぐらいか？これは
This one looks like a twisted symbol of Venus, drawn in a hurry.
急いでいた。
The sign reminds me of the astrological symbol for Mars.
こっちの裏には何もないのかな？舞台裏は何もなし。なんだここ。わあ。血で汚れてる。
An open wound spoiled the carpet.
タバコ吸ってるよ。貴族を寄った
Enough
し。
cigars to burn down the entire mansion.
この邸宅を吸いかけじゃん。吸いかけ関係ない？オッケー。
Why don't people tidy up after themselves?
そうだな。3D、開いてないの？血で汚れてる。
A sturdy bottle met a not so sturdy human. It didn't break only because it was unopened.
そんなのあるんだ。はいはい。喫煙室なんだ、ここ。ここはもう何もない。反対側かな？ジョン、どう思う？
What about a quick pillow fight?
枕投げをする量としては最高の量だな。でもこれぐらいか。来てる。調べ終わったのかな、これ。ちょっともう一回。いける。うわー。危ねえ。一着なくなってる。濡れた手形。
Identical to the robes the guests are wearing.
この黒い服な。こぼれてるよ。
The pitcher is empty, but with puddles around it.
あと一箇所どこだこれ。ここだ。
Blood clots are adhered to the sides
手洗
of
ったっ
the
てこと？
drain.
衣装室。はいはい。うわ、すっげえいろいろある。これ。
This is a different ritual.
儀式の筋書き。発見した何らかの儀式の筋書きの冒頭に文言が書かれていた。文言の内容は次の通り。この儀式を読んで練習しろ、マンチョス。 母なるガイアの象徴である裸の女性が祭壇に敷かれた花の上に横たわる。儀式の信仰者は儀式用の油で女性を塗り、女性の内なる豊穣を目覚めさせる。参加者たちはこの瞬間に栄唱し、母なるガイアを喜ばせる男を呼び出さなければならない。そして、生命の摂理が具現化した存在である男は、女性と契りを交わすのである。全くもってわからん。手紙カートのメモ。マティスタ、お客様を無視するな。そして彼らを退屈させないように。彼らが興味があるのはお前のたわごとなどではなく、美しいお前が彼らにどれだけ奉仕できるかということだ。お前がここにいるのは命を賛美するためだ。忘れるな。お客様はお前と過ごすために大金を払うんだ。カート。
How can anyone accept such behavior?
はあ、なんだこれ。
A useful tool for a disguise arsenal.
はいはいはい。演者たちの準備作り。なんか、仮面とかも置いてある。メッセージカード。
Handcrafted and luxurious cufflinks. There's also a note.
あ
For my Fabio, Manchos.
鍵だ。
The key is similar to the one that Vogel gave me.
はいはい。F。
The capital F on the key fob might refer to Fabio.
なるほどなるほど。あとは仮面か。
Would you recognize me in one of these? I suppose not.
どうだろうな。ホームズ君ならいけると思うけど。ホームズ君の目ならいける気がします。なんだこれ。失礼します。
Similar to the guests' robes, apart from the bloodstains.
はいはい。ここにしまったんだな。これも調べたとことかでいいかな。そうだな。失礼しましたと。あとは、ここにもなんかあったよ。
Props, decorations, and tools for a more detailed set.
なるほどなるほど。こんなところかな。こんなところっぽいな。で、なるほど。
These crime scenes always outdo my imagination.
そうだな。これ以上調べられることはなさそうかな。はいはい、話しましょうか。現場を調べる。すっごい出た。待って。これ固定して、喫煙室か。集中だ。手だ。右手
A person leaned against the door frame. They left a smudged trail of blood.
はいはい。たくさんある。左手。
A bloody handprint on an armchair.
大量
The
の血
wounded
痕。
person was here for some time. There appear to be no further traces leading to the altar.
ここで殴られたのに、こっちに向かう足跡。この辺で殴られてってことかな。ここでギリシギしたいから殴られて、こっちにこうに逃げたんだとしたら、ここの右手おかしいよな。右手なんだよなこれ。だって左手じゃねえんだよ。右手だとしたらおかしくない？いや、あれでもこの辺にさ、血があるって言ってなかった？いっか。とりあえず、被害者の、はいはい。これ固定して話しかけようか。ちょっとお話をお伺いできます？
Werner, care to explain what is going on here?
On nights like these, it's not unusual for some attendees to get a little exuberant. It's part of the appeal. Unfortunately, it appears things have gotten out of hand. Yes, some are more prone to bend the rules of morality.
That's murder. I doubt there's anything left to bend. Why did you not tell me immediately? We were chatting about trivial matters for some time.
If I'm completely honest, Sherlock, I've consumed a rather potent cocktail of substances.
ろくでも
My
ねえな。
attention slips and drifts. But I'm glad I thought to call for you.
You sent me a disguise.
Oh dear, did I? Well, since I found the body, Mr. Manchios has agreed that you can investigate the matter. I promise my mind will behave itself going forward.
All right. Pull yourself together, Werner.
とりあえず、この辺を 興味をね
What is it about these nights that you were so eager to share with me?
Well, they're not always in the evenings, but they are in the shadows. People gather to test their boundaries in a safe and consensual atmosphere, often with more stains than your typical crime scene. But that is the point. Who are we to judge?
I suppose that's fair. What about today, then? Was anything different?
Well, I was invited as a special guest. It was supposed to be a time of both divine and carnal pleasures, a scratch for every unconventional itch.
I imagine you're reeling from your shattered expectations.
On the contrary, there is still spectacle, stimulation, and release, merely in a different form. I like to let life entertain me.
Or death. Mr. Manchos is the owner of the manor, yes?
And the host of Cordona's most memorable parties. He promises even the ugliest guest a partner for the night. And for the ones with more unconventional tastes, Mr. Manchios provides other services.
What a caring person.
You cannot begin to imagine.
どうやって遺体を見つけたか
How did you discover the body? In between guzzles of alcohol?
I was set to perform in a fecundity rite with Fabio and came to inquire further. It was a staged ritual where he was to play the principle of life.
And the rehearsal was unsuccessful?
Huh, who knows? I found him alone on the altar, his blood dripping to the floor.
And then?
Then I called Mr. Manchios. He was panicking, so I told him about you. We left the room and locked the door. Then we were
Filling time?
waiting for you was stressful. We indulged in some simple comforts. Overindulged, perhaps.
被害者を知っていたか
Were you well acquainted with Fabio, the victim?
Everyone knew Fabio, or wanted to. His beauty was the talk of the island. Too handsome to go unnoticed. He was magnetic. Fat wallets fought for the privilege of having him. He offered the pleasures of performance, and more.
警察は何も知らないんじゃないかな。てかさ、カート氏がどこ行ったの？ごめん、俺ちょっとごちゃごちゃになっちゃったんだけど、被害者はファビオっていう美少年で、邸宅の持ち主であるカート氏は、ここにいたんじゃねえの？移動したの？儀式について。
What about the fertility ritual? There was something about Fabio being a principle of life.
Fabio was supposed to portray the beauty of life's origin. Flowers, oil. Not this travesty that seems straight out the Inquisition.
So this ritual is not the fertility rite. What was it meant to look like?
It begins with a woman lying naked in a flower bed on the altar. She represents Gaia, the
さっ
earth.
き本で読んだのだ。
As I cover her in oils, we chant for the principle. As our calls reach a climax, Fabio enters and copulates with her. After he finishes, I stab her with a dagger. That part's just pretend, of course.
But the intercourse is not?
I did not expect you to be such a prude. Are you a virgin? It is nothing to be ashamed of, but it would explain the color of your cheeks. The fertility rite marks the start of our festivities. The principle of life is beautiful, intimate, essential. It must not be stopped.
Yet it appears that someone did stop it. What about the naked woman? Can you tell me anything about her?
Oh yes, Matista. She's one of Fabio's compatriots and a performer too. I haven't seen her today, actually.
部屋は開いていたか
When you discovered the body, was the door open?
No, it was locked. Oh, that reminds me. It's a minor detail, but the first time I came to speak to Fabio, I left without entering, having been unable to open the door.
You didn't have the key?
No, I had it. Don't look at me like that. I was mostly sober. I suspect there was a key in the other side of the door, blocking the lock.
That detail may very well be major, Werner. Well done. So you returned later only to find the lock was not blocked?
Correct. After an hour had passed, I tried again and was able to unlock the door. That's when I discovered poor, handsome Fabio.
警察は何も知らないのか
The police remain unaware of this tragic event?
Some of them may be hiding behind their masks. They conceal many things. But we didn't want the authorities to create more problems. Besides, after a few cocktails, their incompetence will have soared to new heights.
How do you know I even want the case?
I promised you relaxation. If there's one thing I know about you, Sherlock, It's that nothing soothes you more than a good mystery.
So, Sherry, do you have any ideas about the case?
Perhaps. I think I can deduce what happened here.
もう推理ですか。早いっすね。さすがホームズかな。誰かが最近水瓶を使った排水口には血を洗った跡がある。招待客の一人がここからローブを持ち出したかもしれないと。ファビオの鍵はまだ机にあった。マティスタの机にはカートからのメモと筋書きがあった。ファビオと話すためにボーゲルが最初に部屋に入ろうとした時、扉には鍵がかかっていた。1時間後にボーゲルが再び扉を開けようとした時には、中から鍵穴を塞いでいるものはなく、部屋に入ることができた。ボーゲルによればファビオは金持ちの客を楽しませる演者だったという。カート氏は邸宅の主人で、はい。もう人に聞くことはないんだな。じゃあ再現してみようか。やってみようかな。今日は体育座りスタイルです。被害者の描写はもういいです。はい、ということで、一通り見てきたんですけど、まず鍵が刺さっていたということで、犯人がこれは閉めてたんじゃないかなって思います。さすがに殺された被害者本人が閉める理屈もないと思うんだよな。で、こっちでワインで殴られます。この左側が殴られているので、これはここで合ってると思います。で、もう脳震盪によるかな、ほぼ脳震盪なのかな。脳が揺れてまともに歩けなくなった被害者がずりずりと引きずられています。これでちょっと気になるのは、左手になんで血がついてるのかなって気がします。なのでここで刺された可能性もあるっちゃあると思うんですけど、この次にワインで殴れるのがあそこの儀式の祭壇の上なんですよ。でもだと頭を殴る向きが逆で、なのでちょっと犯人が慌てて血がついちゃったのかなということで引きずられていきます。ちょっとこの右手の部分は再現の箇所がないので放置します。で、ここでナイフでなんか儀式風にやったのかな。で、その後被害者に犯人がこっちに戻って水亀を使って手を洗い、衣装を片付け、扉を開けて帰っていくと、どうでしょうか。よし。
The bottle was used as a weapon during a scuffle in the smoking lounge. Then, to ensure no one would interrupt, the murderer locked the
その
door.
順番なんだ。
The unconscious body of the victim was moved to the altar room. Once the body was on the altar, the murderer thrust the dagger into the victim's heart. Symbols were drawn with the blood. The wardrobe was used to hide the bloodied robe from anyone's eyes. The killer washed himself and took a clean robe from the hanger before leaving.
Are you alright? You're on the floor, not moving.
I think I know what happened here.
これをもう話せばいいってこと？はい。これさ、バーナーの言うことがボゲルの言うことが本当ならだけど、犯人としてあり得るのは家主さんか女性だよな、今のところ。
I'm starting to put the pieces together.
Fabio was stabbed.
I see nothing gets past you, Werner. Yes, he was stabbed, but only after being knocked out in the next room and placed here. I do not yet know why.
So, who's responsible?
Well, it was one person working alone, and the murderer has now donned a robe. He or she could be hiding in plain sight. We have lost time, Werner, but your discretion may prove to be a benediction after all.
はいはい。資料深さが役に立つだと？記憶の宮殿使えって言われて、捧げられた子羊。死をめぐる状況、祭壇で死んだ。ファビオはオカルトの儀式の生贄にされてしまったと。戻っちゃった。ファビオの鍵は演者の机の上に残されている。はい。犯人は祭壇室の鍵を所有していて、鍵を閉めるのに所有した。でもなんか家主も女性も両方とも持ってそうだけどな。女性もなんか、あれなんでしょ、役者なんでしょ。手帳だ。ファビオは近くの部屋で襲われた。これってさ、全部関係あるんだな。儀式が企てられたのは殺人の本当の時を隠すためだ。早速だな。これは関係ないか。オッケーオッケー。一応確認したかった。犯人が鍵を持っていたのは明らかだ。誰が祭壇室の鍵を持っていたか分かれば、容疑者を絞り込むことができるだろうと。証拠を提示する。 これ。
The murderer had to have access to this
あ、
room.
他にも聞けばよか
After
った
the
かな。
crime, he used his own key to lock the door. So, who had the key to the altar room?
I'm not sure. As a special guest, I was provided one by Mr. Manchios. He should be able to tell you of any others.
Where can I find him?
Most likely in the main hall, entertaining his
黄金の
guests.
星の
He
仮面。
has a mask with golden stars. You can't miss him. But please be discreet. We don't want to risk disturbing the revelry.
なるほど。
I know
う
you
わ
can untangle this
あ
mess.
ー他にも聞きたかったな。聞けばよかった。関係ないって言われたのかな。まあ、それはそれでいいんだよ、別に。この分にはいいんですよ。あボーゲルはカートを広間で見たという。カートは金色の星の仮面をかぶっているが、遺体を発見したことで神経質になっているはずだ。見極めろ。お前だいや、なんか、この金色の星の仮面っていうのが複数人いて、で、なんか、あれこれ複数人いるなって思ったら、神経質な男って書かれてました。こんにちは。
Count Manchios, I presume. I'm Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, you must be the one Werner told me about. What a sweet
やめてもらっていい
voice
です
you
か？
have. It must belong to a handsome young man. Can I call you Sherlock?
As you wish,
優
Mr.
しい。
Manchios. Mr. Vogel asked me to help you. The body in the altar room requires answers, and quickly. I suspect the murderer to still be here.
What? Lower your voice. I don't want anyone to hear us.
まあ、聞いておこうかな。
Did you know Fabio well?
People are starting to look at us, Sherlock. Change the subject. I can't believe what happened to him. To me. Such an atrocity. Think what it means for me. A wonderful evening for so many good, influential, and rich people has been ruined. I have betrayed all my promises of exotic delights.
I don't understand. Surely a murder would affect your reputation to a greater extent.
Please, isn't this why you are here? I thought you were a silent magician. Do your tricks and make it go away.
祭壇室に入れる人物
I
は
need to find all those who had the key to the altar room. As far as I know, Mr. Vogel, Fabio, and you had access to it. Is that correct?
That is correct, yes.
Hmm.
Also,
Santos.
Matista and Santos.
Santos. Who is that?
Santos Pinchetti,
Oh,
my major
naruhodo.
domo. In his opinion, at least.
サントスとマティスタは
I'd
どこ
like
だ
to speak to Mr. Pinchetti and Matista. Do you have somewhere I might have a private conversation with them?
Of course, of course. Let me think. Matista is entertaining the guests somewhere, and Santos... Oh, yes. He will be busy with the servants. Or the cook. What's that noise? What's going on?
ん
Freeze, filth.
Ah.
You're under arrest.
えホームズ君は何も悪くないが。うわあ、すごい。ああ、はい、恐れているんですね、今、それを。やらん、やらん。いくらいや、やらんで。さすがの警察も。いくらなんか、ちょっとやべえ現場来たからって、ここまではやらんって。いや、もうそれはヤクザの構想なんだよ。やらん、やらん。やらんよ。やらんよしか言えなくなっちゃったよ。どういうことなんだよ。何なんかもうかがらされてる
It's you. Committed a crime, and now I have to free you, kiss your hand, and apologize for the inconvenience. Your Grace.
I did tell you that Mr. Vogel and I were innocent. I
nani?
emphasized it in my statement.
Your statement? Thanks to some bigwigs who work for the so-called good of the country by releasing fleas like you. Thank God we had Vogel in this letter. Once I get to that goldfish, I'll...
Bigwig. Oh, my
ガチだったんだあれ。
wretched brother Mycroft and his long nose.
Wait, did you say Mycroft? Mycroft Holmes?
そうだよ。
Are you the youngest son of Violet Holmes, rest her soul?
母を知っていると。
You knew my mother.
Not personally, no. Not
お
exactly.
ー、ちょっと
I
話
was
を聞
working
か
on
せ
the
てもらって
other
もいい
one
です
for that
か？
case.
Would you happen to remember anything of the events?
Well, I didn't make the inquiry, but I remember seeing some notes. Why?
母の交渉しよう。母の死の真実を知りたいんだもんな、ホームズ君は。今回は助けが必要だなんじゃないかな。
You must help me. It would mean a great deal to me if you could find any information about that day.
Huh. Got you hooked, right? You know what? Stark and the others think you're the smartest here, thanks to you. Let me get this straight.
お、提案してくれるんだ。
Are you listening to me, lad?
I'm all
もちろん。
ears.
Take this case. Report to me only, to Constable Harvey Oswald.
おー、オズワルド巡査だったんだ、この人が。
Find the murderer. Be a real copper. Question the suspects, make them sing, give me something substantial.
And if Mr. Vogel is not a suspect?
If he's innocent, then you can take your favourite
大事ではない。
degenerate away from here. If you slip or mess with the evidence, then trust me, your brother won't save you from my bludgeon. Meanwhile, I'll be checking the archive for you. If anybody asks, then you're a consulting detective.
Let's make a start then. Partner.
大丈夫、ジョン以外にそれ使っ
I'm
て。
glad we managed to get the scoop before the raid.
フェイスマスク、フェイスマスク何フェイス。ああ、衣装は着替えられないか。この衣装で調査すんのいや、いいけどさ。一回セーブしようかな。